Hello there, hyperspace. My name is Davontos, and it's time to get hyped because this is an open challenge video. The open challenge was requested by YLFuel from YouTube. He is one of my YouTube subscribers. Thank you, YLFuel, for making this video possible. Now, I'm still sick, if you guys can still tell by my voice, but I am getting better. I didn't post a video yesterday or the day before. The day before I actually posted some raw gameplay because I couldn't talk for nothing. But I'm getting my voice back. I'm going to be able to be all wacky and goofy again, hopefully in maybe a few days, because I really want to act goofy again. I can't just stay quiet and silent all day. It's my weakness. But let's talk about this gameplay. He wanted me to use the MR6 challenge. Now what that is you run around using nothing but the MR6 as your main weapon. You don't select a primary. And what I did is I was running the MR6 with a suppressor and extended mags. They really nerfed this pistol. Before, if you see one of my older gameplays called Trigger Happy Trigger Fingers, I was beasting with the MR6. The MR6 was one of my favorite secondaries because it had a very fast fire rate. But they nerfed it, and now the fire rate isn't that fast. I would say the fire rate for the MR6 now is about as fast as the 44 Magnum was in other Call of Duties. You know, it's not that fast, but it's still usable, and it makes a reliable secondary. And I wanted to make it a little more challenging. I could have put long barrel so I can, have that range advantage because it was nerfed, but I put a suppressor on it, not so I can stay hidden on the map, but because I can actually give myself that bigger challenge and try to get some kills with a nerfed, weakened MR6. And I'd say now running around with this gun as your main weapon, it's a little bit of a challenge after this patch. I personally don't like what they did with the patch. I understand why they did it, because a lot of people were running around with the MR6 and just beasting everybody, especially if they had some trigger fingers like myself. They were beasting with the MR6. But after that patch and after that nerf, the MR6 it feels much like a pistol now. You can't actually trigger spam with it. Now you see it in this gameplay that the gun's shooting actually really quickly. But when I'm using it, the fire rate just feels slow. Not as fast as it used to feel. And it just takes a little getting used to. It's, as I said, it's not the best secondary anymore. I kind of feel like the best secondary now is the L-car, because the L-car has always been the best secondary. Even after the patch and they nerfed it, they made it feel like more of a submachine gun, but if you're good with the L-car, it's still going to feel like a little tiny submachine gun, basically. You have a pocket submachine gun, and not in a machine pistol kind of way. I literally mean like a tiny submachine gun, like a Kuda. But other than that, the MR6 is pretty good. If you were to run solo with it, I would highly suggest you put extended mags and long barrel. I see people running around with the MR6 running dual wield. That's not a good idea because it's semi-auto, and semi-autos have a huge disadvantage among every other weapon. So if you're gonna run dual wield weapons, the best one to use is obviously the L-car or the RK5, that burst pistol, but L-car tops all of them. The MR6 is possibly the worst weapon you can use to run dual wield. And if you just want to run any pistol by themselves as a primary, the best attachments you're always going to want is extended mags and long barrel, because pistols always shoot through their ammo. So that's where extended mags comes in, and obviously everybody knows the pistol's range ain't that great. So put long barrel on it, and you're guaranteed to get at least some decent kills. Now, you see here my MR6 is at Prestige 2. Today, I actually maxed out all of my pistols, and they are all Prestige 2 Dark Matter. And the only weapon I need now to make a Prestige 2 is the SVG 100. I never really used that weapon. Not really my go-to sniper. I always use the Dracon, and if I'm using the Dracon, I use the Locust. But I tend to use the Dracon more. I think I have like 2,000, 3,000 kills with the Dracon. But one thing I'm doing here with the L-car is I put the suppressor for the challenge, but on top of that, you can also use a suppressor to stay hidden, which gives me an advantage. I'm running Ghost. I'm not going to post this class up on Twitter because I don't really think there's a really good, reliable class you can use with pistols. But if you really want a pistol class, just slap on Ghost, Scavenger, Fast Hands, and basically your pistol, and that's about it. You have a whole bunch of extra free slots to do whatever you want. So it's really open. It all depends on your gameplay. I'm playing more stealthy, which I feel is the best way to do with pistols. But if you don't want to go stealthy with pistols and you want to go all out, it's very, very risky. But it could be very, very rewarding. You can get in these epic kill feeds and post it all up on YouTube or Twitch or Facebook, whatever you upload your videos on. You can get some really good pistol kill feeds, and you can go on these intense killing sprees. Now, the thing I find fishy, not fishy, but kind of weird and awkward, what's the right word I'm looking for? What I really find is dumb, alright, let's say dumb, is I'm running around with a weakened, nerfed MR6 with a suppressor, and the fire rate has basically been cut in half. So like if the thing shot 600 RPM, they nerfed it for 300. That's an example, but that's basically what I'm running with. We lose this game, as you can tell by the score, it's already like 55 to 81. But we lose this game, and as bad as this gun has become, I still managed to come at first. Now, I don't know if that's because I'm really good or my teammates are really bad. Now, I know I'm really good with pistols, but after the patch, I don't think I'm that good with these pistols anymore, because the patch really hurts it. And I'm going to show you at the end of the gameplay. I'm going to pull up the scoreboard, and let me know in the comment section below if you guys get these kind of teammates who, like, they're running around with overpowered weapons like the Man of War with rapid fire. Everybody knows that's really overpowered. You got the Man of War with rapid fire. You got teammates using that, and they go like 4 kills and they die 22 times. And you come to think, you're like, what are you doing that in such a huge level like this you die so many times? Now if it's in a small level like Combine you die 22 times, that's understandable. But if you're playing in a game mode like Hunted or Infection, this one, or even another one of the big maps like Redwood, and you die like 29, 22, 30 times, it kind of makes me and a lot of other people I know kind of get a little iffy. Like, is this guy a booster? I mean, if you're a noob, that's fine. If you're like a level 20 something, 30 something, and you only get 7 kills and die 23 times, that's understandable because you're just starting off. But I see like prestiges, prestige 4s, a couple of times I went to prestige 10s, and they die like 30 times and get 4 kills. Look at this. I'm in first. How is this even possible? And these guys on my teams weren't even noobs. But that's the end of the gameplay here. If you liked it, punch that like button with a mighty force. And as always, I'll see all of you in my next video. Have a nice day.